What on earth did I do to the ISO on this camera? There we go. Okay, we should be live. Hi. Today we are building an excavation sim all day. So I got Spencer here. Hi, Spencer. I think that I have desktop audio pipe. Say something. Oh fuck, no I don't. Hang on. Why is this not grabbing desktop audio? Oh, because I'm dumb. Right now? What in the hell? Dude, how is it that I reboot the computer and just overnight stuff stops working? I don't think it is, because I don't see your audio. Device is default. Hang on. Desktop. Anybody know the OBS so we can get the stream freaking working? I've got this thing here. I should have mic for Spencer here, and it just doesn't. The hell? Desktop audio. Properties. Device. Dude, what? Ah. Google a thing real quick. Love audio problems. It's because the things are incredibly cursed and they just stop working randomly for no apparent reason. Sure. If you're using an audio interface, device default. Wait, this should not be. Maybe? Do I have to set. Hang on, say something? God damn it, no. What the heck, man? Dude, I literally, I was like, already, I thought I'd fixed everything, and it's just like. Eh. This is supposed to be set to like. This? No. I mean, that is the only thing I can think, actually, that I could have screwed up. We will be building a sim all day as soon as tech issues. Dang it. I mean, surely that fixes it, right? Desktop audio. Oh, wait, something just happened here. That's Spencer. Hey, Spencer.
What up?
That works. For some, okay, I don't understand audio. It's weird. Hey, Haku. All right, so here's the setup. We fixed it. Launch chat, grab this. We manually edit the page source so that I can actually see the freaking chat on here. I have to do this every time. It's obnoxious. And then this goes under my camera where I can see it, but you cannot. And then we can edit stuff. All right, so we got a Tmux here. We've got we're on the same box. We've
Let me
got
hop in your team. All right, we're ready to rock and roll.
for max 1. Okay. So yeah, so this now works. Cool. So I made us. You should be able to see all this stuff that I'm doing. I made us Terraform here.
Okay.
It's already got an env binding on like the environment.py. I went ahead and I renamed stuff. I grabbed simplex here as well. So we will have terrain gen. This is the same as I use for neural MMO. So we should be able to kind of just use the terrain gen from there for now, plus maybe carve out some extras. And yeah, we should be pretty well ready to set this thing up and go.
Is the terrain gen in Simplex already, well, I guess like 2.5D?
You just need it. Just needs to generate height map. Hey Haku, we are building a excavation sim in Puffer all day. So new sim dev day. So if I grab the from neural MMO, like how do you get it to not screw up your theme when you're in Tmux?
I have no idea.
So obnoxious. Oh, I think it's because it launches. On. Hang on. There we go. All right. Reattach to Tmux. And now it works. Now it's not the super low contrast bullshit thing. So this is our Perla noise right here. We can literally just grab this. This is what I use for neural MMO exactly. So this just takes a map, 2D map with a width and a height, and it generates you noise off of that. So we literally just have terrain gen already out of the box.
Oh, wait, I can just pass that as a bigger 3D env, but in whatever, I can just pass a singular 1D array that's 3D or whatever.
Well, it only needs to be 2D, right? Because it's a height map. So it's X, Y, and then it's the height. You only need it to be true 3D if you want to do tunnels, right?
Right, but how are we going to generate the height map? Just randomly, or are we just going to call
Perla.
noise 2 again?
No, you literally just call this on it. Like, if map is a 2D, right? You literally just call it on this,
Let's
and you're
just set
done.
up another array for the height parameter of the height map and just call Perlin noise twice.
No, you call it literally. So this thing, what do you mean call it twice? The output of Perlin noise is the height at each spot in the array, right? So it's a 2D grid. Element of the 2D grid is the height at that point.
Okay, yes, you're correct.
Yes. So literally, it's all you got to do. All right. So cool. I set us up. I took the liberty of setting us this thing. So I think it's literally just like in reset we do like env observations gets reset. We just do like Perlin noise, something like this. And that's it. That gives us that's already the terrain gen done.
You
So I
want to
just add
push
that.
what you have here, and I can render and make start
Well, we're
and
gonna
do a
have to.
little.
I'm sure we have to fix a ton of little things, right? It's probably best if we can get this thing to pass a test first locally. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to be merging PRs from you all day, right? So why don't we get
It
like
will be.
a demo, to, at least like to run the demo? Yeah.
You're saying before we start doing split dev.
Yeah, that way we have like a working thing. That way, otherwise I'm going to be merging PRs from you constantly with little tiny fixes.
Okay, yeah, let's get it to a reasonable state together first.
So like, I guess that would be we do like a perf test instead of a main. So we'll have this as demo, and then we'll do like, don't we have one of these that we can just like grab this perf test from Pong and edit it? And boom, all sorts of errors. Oh, PufferNet's moved as well, hasn't it? It's like, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to like do stuff to like get PufferNet in the right spot again. I broke a ton of things apparently. Implicit function declaration. Up. Undeclared library function. How? You need math, I guess. Low to min. FLT max is not float.h. Almost works. And simplex. So this has to be an. This does take float star, so the map has to be floats, right? And then yeah, and then the obs is going to be like chars or whatever. Somehow.
Wait, are you making map continuous?
Well, if it's a height map, it has to be. It's not that the map is continuous, right? It's still a grid, but then the data type is a float because that's the height.
Okay, yeah, that's
I
solid.
mean, we could also we can change that, right? But like we'll have to change because float like we just have to discretize the simplex as well, which maybe makes sense to do. I don't know. Okay, so this should be. Wait, what? Print F. What did I? I thought printf is in string. Standard IL. Duh. Okay, so this actually builds now. Cool. So this leaks. This runs at whatever this is, 57 million with sanitize on because it's not doing anything. So I can give you this now to do stuff with.
Okie doke.
There you go. So that's pushed.
Alright.
So I'm trying to think what the best way to start on this thing is.
Let me get that forked over to him.
Obviously basic renderer, right?
What'd you call it? Terraform?
Yeah,
Or no, the branch. Or is it on dev?
it's just on dev.
Oh,
There's
okay,
no reason
cool.
for it not to be on dev because it's just an end, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just confirming that I'm
Yeah,
on
it's
the right
just on
spot.
dev. It's enough freaking merging of things.
I have merged so many things.
No, you've PR'd so many things. I've merged so many things.
Yeah, but at least my PRs aren't too ugly.
Your PRs are good now. You've gotten good. So, initially, you can literally just render some rectangles or whatever, right?
Y'all. I guess I really don't need to do this on my big computer because it'd probably be more fun if I do some of the render code so that I can stream via my Discord to the thing, right?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
But,
Either that or I can either that or like I ship you updates.
yeah, that
But I
also
feel
works if
like
you want. Hmm.
I feel like it'd be more fun to like see things
I can do that.
as they're going. So let me just
So technically, Spencer, technically, this doesn't work on all platforms, but if things for the future, you could technically make a Twitch and there's a co-stream thing where you can see both views.
Oh,
Yeah.
do I want to deal with this?
Doesn't work on all platforms, but it would work for Twitch. And then I think it handles like audio bullshitting well.
Well, let me just dev on my laptop and get it going, and then worst comes to worst, if I'll deal with memory leaks in the future, or I'll just code perfect C. We'll see what happens first.
You're in the TMUX.
I'm in the TMUX, and I
Yes.
was okay. Yep.
You're trying to pull stuff locally and you're in the TMUX.
All right, we're gonna exit that terminal.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know the last time I actually was deving for my laptop. Ever since I got my personal box, I feel like I've just been ripping it like 100% of the time.
I have a brand new Razer laptop and I haven't devved anything on it yet because I have my desktop.
Are you still diehard Razer?
So the hardware is good. The thing is, the only problem with that laptop right now is it has trackpad driver issues. Like the mouse will just like start not responding for a while properly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hardware is nice. But yeah, I have what do I have here? I got the Razer keyboard, I got the mouse. Technically, this is actually a Razer monitor. I got that. Mousepad. I don't have the camera and mic from them anymore though here because I upgraded. Like this is like I like their cam and mic though are like until you actually get a professional setup, it's kind of the best. Like it's the best thing until that. So it's the best stuff that you can kind of get that you just plug in and it works. This you do not just plug in and it works. This I've got freaking XLR cables. I've got this. I got this like pop filter set up. I've got this amp on my desk. I've got this like you know tripod mounted camera with a capture card. There's like a ton of shit.
Wait,
Morning,
what just
Major.
happened?
You show up right on my right timeline every time you're on live. Feels like every day. Hey, man, that's my job. This is considered not even great hours for me, frankly. Like, when I get like consistent 70-hour dev weeks, that's when I'm like in a good spot. Releases are always like 40. It sucks.
LMAO. My Mac says that's 3 million SPS, and your computer said 60 million. Sick.
No, guys, the hardware is good. Trust me.
Lol.
It was 60 million with it should be like faster than that, honestly, because it's not doing anything. So if I just do it on like fast, it's just
Oh, I
like
think it did local. I'm pretty sure I did local. Yeah, I did local.
yeah, but on fast, what's this? It was like I don't know, 600 million. Let's see. 112 million. There you go. It's not
New
doing
standard.
anything. It's like
All M's must be
that's
100 million
actually
steps.
slow. That's actually like slow for this if you think about it. But yeah, welcome, Major. We're deving terraforming sim all day today. The goal is to have a thing where like you have a height map of the terrain, and you have a goal like for what you want the terrain to look like, and then machines just run around and move all the dirt. It's gonna be cool. How many hours did you work in a week during your PhD? Probably not actually that crazy. It was probably only like 60. My PhD was not the time that I worked the hardest, honestly. It was like early in undergrad and even before that. I think I've gotten probably on average a bit better hours in building Puffer than during my PhD. And I've definitely gotten more like productive time in as well. I've gotten so much more done just in the last year. Huge amount.
Okay, let's get this started.
I don't know. I've done triple digit hours before for like prolonged periods, but it's just like can't do that on programming or stuff. I could do that if I were like building electronics or something.
Man, I've been working on GPU drive for so long. It's like kind of funny to like see like a render function that looks so empty.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what we do here. So I guess I gotta get us the entity digger thing. Um, I guess it's just dozer. It's dozer time, right?
You're gonna get bets twerked out dozer. Okay, so you already set up this. Perlin noise arguably should be already figured out.
And
Because
then
you're just passing in this pointer, and then you're looping through it. You have a size array. Size you set to 11 by 11. Okay, so for render, I'm just taking. Okay, that's workable.
dozer. And I'm trying to think if we want to do. Instead of doing dumb, like a dumb void star shenanigans, we can just have a couple if statements, right?
For what are
Yeah.
you trying to figure out?
I was just, there are things, no worries.
Right.
Dozers. Agents or whatever. Okay, got dozers. And then we reset. Yeah, high school I averaged like 110 hours a week. That was fucking brutal. I do not wish that on anyone. That was fucking brutal. Like I have the impression that just like everyone under the age of 18 is just an idiot completely. And it's probably just because of how sleep deprived I was during that period of my life. It's like, I wonder if like learning calculus and things would have actually just been really easy on 8 hours of sleep a night instead of 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomize the position of all these dozers for now, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the rand? There's like a rand float macro thing, right? Oh, auto completes, perfect.
All right. Did this draw cubes or did this? All right. Yeah.
There we go. So this is going to give us 0 to M size dozer.
Okay. I'm gonna steal my GPU drive camera control code.
What the fuck did you do in 110 hours a week? I mean, mostly study, some research, some sports. I don't know, it was just like very, very competitive.
All right. See what this does. All right. I'm staring at nothing. That didn't work.
Are you staring at nothing?
I'm just getting the 3D render to start loading up the world so it looks like a planet. I'm just getting with camera shenanigans.
We get our dozer. Now, we gotta do our actions. I forget how we pass. Do we just pass actions flat at the moment? I guess we do, right? Yes, it's a flat array.
Yes. Yes, we do.
So,
And then generally we reshape it inside of the env logic if it's multi.
do we do like that weird cast?
Yeah, we do the weird cast.
Okay. I mean, we can do that, right? That's not terrible. What env has, like, its GPU drive have that in there?
Yeah, that or Rware also has it.
It's like this weird thing, right? Yeah. Float actions, like 5 or whatever. Okay, so we'll just do like float Excel. Okay, so we have Excel, steer, and then I was trying to think what else I was I was gonna do. You have acceleration, you have steering, and then you have those dig height, dig angle. Is that it? Probably dig height.
I love that the Raylib cheat sheet exists.
Something like this. Okay, so we've got this bucket stuff. Now, I mean, the first order of business is to just get the damn things to, like, move around, yeah?
Yeah, just have them move around the 2D grid.
Okay, so, like,
Eventually, the whole like moving around the grid in relation to the height map will be a thing. Like, are we gonna move things at an angle relative to the plane that it's sitting on?
yeah,
But that can be part two.
exactly.
I'll use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Man. I am going for breakfast in 15, but I will be quick with that, and then I will be back after for the whole rest of the day with Spencer here. It's like Elon during peak Tesla chaos. I mean, like, you kind of gotta understand, like, the amount of stuff that goes into things. For that, it's not just like, man, it took you 110 hours to learn calculus, right? It's like, okay. It's like, yeah. Why are YouTube comments so delayed? No idea. It's just YouTube. Twitch is usually faster. Make sure you're not scrubbed back 15 minutes, whatever. No, like, there were definitely days I would sit down at lunch with like 6 shots of espresso or whatever. I do not do that anymore, and I don't think it's particularly productive for most things. Like, you're not going to be doing anything particularly smart if you're in that if you're doing it for that many hours. Ironically, the one thing that I can do when I'm just like completely exhausted is making pure knowledge-based decisions. So like if you ask me for like input on a project or whatever, and I just like I know the answer to so many things just from having done stuff, I can still give good answers to like to and solve like a bunch of problems, but I can't sit down and do any like actually write any code or anything. I have to be doing that. Okay, so this should give you 0 to negative 1. Wait, is it minus 2.5? No, it's minus 2. Okay, we'll do the same thing with steering.
All right, we back.
Comments. Okay. So we have initial bucket things. We need the angle though. So I guess it's theta for heading. And I gotta go in what 5-10 minutes for breakfast. But then I will be quick with that, and I'll be back after. Ideally, can you see if you can get the Perla map to render?
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm
However,
just
it
dealing
makes
with
sense to do it. I like.
yeah.
There should be a lot of ways that we can make that.
I'm just dealing with camera shenanigans. That's all.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the initial like dozer moves around.
It's like once you get something on the screen that you can actually find and look at, everything else is fine. It's just like
YV heading.
just like silly stuff.
Yeah, Haku, I'm not opposed to like working hard is good. It's just like I don't know, I get to points where like my productivity just drops, and once I'm working at like under half productivity, it's like, man, go do some exercise, lift some weights, do like work on something else. Actually, part of the reason I'm doing this sim today is because I'm just sick of working on release stuff. And like I know I can't be productive on that today. So we're doing something else cool where I can be productive. Because this is gonna be fun. So for the steering, we can do, I don't know what's a decent number of turning radians. Probably just do this. Okay. Yeah, literally it's just this. So that should just be our initial movement stuff, at least, like drafted. That's literally it. Let me figure out what we're gonna do with bucket height and angle. We also need to figure out time granularity, don't we? A lot of things to figure out. Let me at least get this working for now. I don't know. Kind of bulking, kind of maintaining. The strength is going well, though. Where's rand max come from? Standard lib. I have standard lib. Huh? Oh, wait, no, it's just, okay, warning. Okay, and then this one is
This is so weird. I like can't see anything in 3D. What am I skipping?
okay. So I got this thing to compile. See if it runs. And yeah, I gotta go for breakfast. Should I push this for you since this does compile? So this gives you a dozer to get rendering as well.
Yeah, you can. I'm still battling demons.
Okay, I'll give you this for initial rendering. So for the folks watching, I will be back right after breakfast for the whole rest of the day, working on this with Spencer. We're gonna get a cool excavation sim working. I think it'll be pretty cool as soon as we get the initial renderer. Yeah. So if you want to follow that, we come back in 30 minutes. I'll try to be less than 30 minutes. I'll try to eat in like 15, 20. Yeah, and then we will go from there.